think it's time.
It's time?
It's time. For
the update video!
But baby, in the meantime, I'ma need a little more me time, a little more setting you free time. I'ma need a little me time, just a little bit of me time.
Good evening, Costellers. If you're new here, I'm Erika Costell. You guys are the Costellers, and you just joined the Goat Squad. We're gonna start this video by lighting a candle because if you know me and my content, I am obsessed with candles. And we're gonna set an atmosphere. We're gonna be talking for a minute. We gotta be comfortable. If you guys could smell this candle, you would understand why I like to light it. Also, really have a thing for matches. Woo! Woo! Okay guys, so I have not taken a break from YouTube, but I have been away from making videos for about a couple weeks now, mainly just because one, I was in the hospital for a few days and it took me a minute to recover there. I went home to Nashville. I have been tying up loose ends for the end of the year here in LA because the end of the year comes very soon around November, December time, and we have a lot coming for you guys in 2020. But within the past couple weeks since I've been gone, there has been a lot of like talk and a lot of questions and a lot of concerns. Like, I read some things you guys think I don't care about you anymore. That's ridiculous. I honestly have just been working, and you know me by now if you're a longtime Costeller. I don't really like have much to say when there's drama or whatever. That's something I'll maybe work on in 2020, but since the beginning of my YouTube,
It's been a long day.
it has been a long day. Let me tell you a little about today. We actually shot my campaign for my new product coming out called Gloat. This is a kit. I'm not gonna tell you exactly what's in here yet, but you will be finding out this week. I'm so excited about it. I have been working tirelessly on this. I have been so excited about this for so long. I had to wait to tease you guys for many, many different reasons about this, and now it's here, and the photos are so good, and the campaign is so cool. But as I was saying, since the beginning of my YouTube career, I have changed a lot as a creator. I have gotten to a point where I don't really like being involved in drama, which is kind of weird because obviously that's what thrives on YouTube, that's what thrives in the media, but I have honestly like made a conscious effort to try to stay as real and normal with you guys as possible, and if that means like losing numbers or losing views or like you guys not knowing as much, that's just something I have to do for myself because I feel better as a person about that. But at the same time, if there's ever anything that needed to be said or that I needed to defend, I absolutely would. I just haven't felt that way. But there's a lot of speculation going on, a lot of things going on. Some fans are mad at me, some people don't care, I don't really know. We're gonna be doing a very juicy, long Q&A, and I'm gonna get all the questions out of the way. I let this Q&A tweet sit for over a week just to make sure I could get everyone's questions in. There's been a lot of drama that has happened since I first tweeted that, so let's get right into the news. First question, Kelsey, you have a list for me, so I'm just gonna answer a couple of these. Do you still talk to Shane Dawson? Yeah, I still talk to Shane, not all the time, but yeah, we're still in contact. What did you think of the Shane and Jeffree palette? I thought it was amazing. I think I've never used Jeffree's makeup before. I think it's a really, really great quality. Colors are a little bright for me, but I definitely use a lot of the neutral tones. Are you releasing any more songs before your writing camp? No, there will be no more new songs coming in 2019. However, I have finished one song already for 2020 and I'm already working on new music, but I plan on having my writer's camp around January, February-ish, depending on when I go to London and depending on my schedule, but there is 100% a new writing camp. It actually may be in London this year. Updates about the release coming in December. So as we just talked about, my new kit coming out is called Gloat. I partnered with a brand on this. It's gonna be launching on their website first, and then very soon after, it'll be available in every single Ulta store in America. And there's so much about what I love in these products that I'm just super, super proud and cannot wait for you guys to see them. When's the birthday vlog coming? I actually just filmed that right before this video. It'll probably be coming in the next 2 weeks just because we have to get some other stuff up first. Also, there will be an IGTV post about my Miami trip as well. You doing a tour soon or any meetups? Yes, I am trying to organize a tour for 2020. Hopefully that pans out. If not, I will go back on tour at some point. Or meetups. Yes, there will be meetups in 2020. What caused you to end up in the hospital? Okay, I honestly have always kind of gotten sick a lot, even since I was younger. Like before I got my tonsils taken out when I was really young, I would get strep throat like every month. I think I just have a weak immune system, to be completely honest, but I haven't gotten this sick ever in my entire life. I was unpacking a bag and my leg kind of just like gave out and like I kind of fell to the ground. I was like, oh, that's weird. I'm probably just like really dehydrated and like need a nap. So drank a water bottle, fell asleep for 25 minutes. And then when I got home that night, I was in so much pain. It was the weirdest thing that ever happened. Like my body, it hurt to stand, it hurt to sit. I couldn't get comfortable sleeping. I was up all night. And then around 10 p.m., I started feeling really nauseous. And I had like made myself a bed on the bathroom floor because it felt really good to lay on like flat surface because my back and my body was hurting so bad. And I threw up from like midnight until 7 a.m. At that point, I knew something was wrong. My body was shaking, like the right side of my body went numb. Around 9:30 that next morning, I text Courtney and I'm like, hey, I'm like really, really sick. I've never been this sick. I've never felt this way. Like my mom wants me to go to the hospital. Like please come pick me up. And Courtney obviously has no idea because she hasn't seen me that whole weekend. It's like, oh, well, let's just go to the urgent care right next to your house. And I'm like, no, it's way beyond that point. Like I need to go to the hospital, I can barely walk. So she took me to the emergency room. It was actually a miserable experience, like not trying to be like a victim or anything. All the rooms were occupied. So I was in the hallway on this like cot bed. For how long were we there? Like 10 hours before yeah, like 8 to 10 hours before I got admitted into the hospital. I was so dehydrated, they busted, 2 weeks later, you can still see these bruises. They busted like every single vein in my body, in my hands. Like they couldn't get fluids in me, so it was miserable. To this day, they don't know what was wrong, which is a little concerning. But after my fever broke, they kept me one extra half day and then I was able to go home and they just said it was a really bad virus attacking my immune system. So apparently that's what it was. I honestly have no idea, but I'm so thankful to be okay now. Hallelujah that we're not in the hospital anymore. Thoughts of you being on a TV show? I have one project in the works that could possibly turn into a TV show, and I also recently have a new TV show thing that we are planning right now. So if that goes through, I would absolutely love it. What have you learned from the drama you experienced in 2017, and how has that shaped you as a person/influencer, and has it affected your ability to make friends in the industry? This is a really good question. Like I said earlier, I have learned that sometimes it's better to just get less attention and feel better on the inside. I also have learned to take a step back. Back then I was vlogging every single day. I was doing extremely cringy things. Literally like my life just revolved around making a vlog for like 200 and something days. I didn't really have a sense of reality back then. I didn't really care about anything else other than views and numbers, and like someone gave me such a great opportunity and I was just trying so hard to make them proud because I was so grateful for that opportunity. That's all I was doing, was views, numbers, move. Now it's more, okay, you did that. You don't have to do that anymore, and you're not going to do that anymore because you learned your lesson. What are your new songs going to be like/be about? Illy. So my new songs are absolutely nothing like my old songs. It's a whole different vibe. I'm a little nervous about it. They're gonna be a little bit more savage. They're gonna talk about things that you probably like don't expect or like didn't know that I've been doing. I'm like beyond ready for the new era of music. I'm so excited, and I hope you guys love it as much as I do because it's so much more fun than being sad and singing. How did you feel when the fake sex tape came out, and what was your family's reaction? First of all, when that tape came out, I was so confused because so many people were tweeting about it. If you typed my name in anywhere on YouTube, it literally was like Erika Costell gets clapped. I obviously saw it and I was like, first of all, my ass is not that big. Second of all, what the like who even started that? I didn't really care. I didn't really have a reaction about it. Again, like whatever. My family, I think my grandma actually is the only person who asked me like, oh, did you see that video that's going around that people think is you? And I was like, yeah, like I honestly like don't really know, but apparently it has millions of views on Pornhub. Okay, so like I said, I kept this Q&A up for a while because I wanted everyone to get their questions in because I have not updated you guys in so long. But one question I got a lot over the past week is thoughts on Banks and Alyssa. My only thoughts on this is that it is absolutely none of my business. Will you be more consistent in 2020?
What do they mean consistent?
Do y'all not remember my 2019? Obviously, I wasn't like vlogging every single day, but this is the busiest I've ever been in a year. I feel like this is the coolest content I've ever put out. I feel like the most of different genres of content. So yes, I will try to be more consistent in 2020, but let's not forget about 2019. This was the best year ever. Biggest goal for 2020. By the way, Illy, Illy too. And my biggest goal for 2020 is to do more than I did in 2019. Any advice on how to handle jealous friends? Okay, so I've had this question a lot, and I have been in this situation quite a bit in my lifetime. My advice would be to completely ignore it. And what I used to do when I was younger and I couldn't understand why someone didn't like me or said mean things about me, I kind of just took it as a compliment, because no person, in my opinion, goes out of their way to like be mean or like be jealous if they don't in some way want to be like you. But I would just look the other way and just be happy that you have people who want to be like you. When do we get to know what BIA stands for? Don't say soon, I need to know when. Okay, so that's a good question. I will tell you, you will know what BIA stands for in 2020. This one confused me. Erika, in all caps. This is a serious question. I will ask you this every time until you answer. Do you have a twin? No. Thoughts on KSI beating Logan Paul? Honestly, not gonna lie, I was surprised, but good for him. I mean, I don't really have too many thoughts on that. Where is your dream vacation? Bali. I wanna go take a selfie with the monkeys. Will you be doing an apartment tour? For safety reasons, no, I will not be doing an apartment tour. However, this apartment is coming together really, really awesome, and I will show parts of it on my social media, but I will never show the outside, the inside, ever again. Like I said, due to safety reasons. Can you explain the meaning behind your why not greater than what if tweet you posted? Yes, I can. So when I was sick, I got really heavily invested into Floribama Shore. Thank you, Courtney. I think it was Nilsa, maybe. She said something like, I'd rather have like a why not in my life. And then I was like, rather than a what if, something like that was said. And I was like, wow, that hit close to home. I am sitting here overthinking everything in my life because I'm so sick I can't move or do anything. That's where that came from. Technically, I can credit that to Floribama Shore. Will you be doing a year-end YouTube video like you did for 2017? Shane and I were actually talking about this yesterday. Yes, we are gonna try to work on that before January. Do you see yourself in a relationship in the near future? Possibly. I am definitely open to a relationship at this point in my life. It would definitely have to be someone who understands the way I work and how much time I would have to give. But I think it's time. I'm going to try to be more open to letting people into my life. That's what I'm saying. That's a big start because, yeah, like I normally don't. If I have to have like a mental connection with someone in order to like really be attracted to them. So that doesn't happen often in LA, but we're gonna try. Any new merch coming out in 2020? So a lot of you have actually been asking this. In 2020, I'm gonna do a new form of merch. I'm not gonna explain too much right now. I'm working on a lot of things. Some items not merch related, some items merch related, but maybe only be certain drops or certain types of clothing. I feel like you guys are really growing up. I think I'll always have a goat hoodie available, but I'm gonna work on more lifestyle pieces that if you are a fan of me, you can wear without it being completely branded. Do you have any advice to help with anxiety in college? P.s. I'm a freshman in college, and this semester I already had 2 breakdowns. Girl or guy? I can't tell. It says believer for life. Anyways, girl or guy. So there is this like meme of a circle about college, and it's like social life, good grades, and sleep. So basically what you should do is just learn how to get a good balance of all of those things in, but also enjoy your time right now. Like I had the best time when I lived in Nashville and was going to college. It's your prime time to be like dating and meeting new people and living your best free life. Be proud of yourself for being accepted into a college and for choosing that part of your life for yourself, and just live. This one, since I'm doing like a juicy Q&A and I've spilled more tea than I ever have, and I don't even really spill the tea. What do you think about Tana? I don't really think about Tana. I don't have a problem with Tana. I obviously think it's extremely disrespectful for someone to make digs at someone for absolutely no reason. But like I said before, to each their own, and it takes all kinds to make the world go round. So I think that's the only time I'm ever gonna answer that question. No drama on my end, no tea on my end. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to say here. Boring tea, per usual. How do you feel about this? And what they're saying about this is the Angels are officially canceled. The Victoria's Secret confirms their fashion show is canceled. So here's the thing. I got a lot of tweets about this when this first came out. I've known about this for about 6 months. So this was no shock to me whatsoever. I did change my plans for summer a little bit. Victoria's Secret's going through a really cool rebrand right now, and I think that it's great what they're doing and what they're trying to come back and do, and I feel like it's gonna be bigger and better when it comes back. When are we getting the Michigan vlog? This has gotten delayed a bunch of times just because there is so much footage. It will come. It started kind of back like in Hawaii, when I went to Hawaii, and we're trying to connect the footage from Hawaii to the Michigan vlog, and it's just taking us a second because there's just a lot to it and we wanna make sure it's done really well. How do you feel about the fan pages that you unfollowed? I don't really have like a feel about the fan pages I unfollowed. Like I said earlier, I just don't appreciate looking at assumptions about myself that people are almost forcing to be true without knowing the truth. And to their defense, that is a part of my problem because I don't always address things, because I'm never gonna defend something I don't feel needs to be defended. And I think that's just the way I look at things. I feel like me taking that route all the time, it leaves more room for assumptions. I'm not gonna look at a fan like trying to tear me down every day. Like who wants to look at that willingly about themselves? You know what I mean? And I'm just so thankful for the fans who do always support me and are always there for me. Like I literally love you guys so much. I would not be doing anything without you. So don't ever think for a second that I don't know or don't appreciate that. Would you ever get the Fear Ends Where Faith Begins tattoo removed? I don't think so. I am getting a lot of other ones removed, but I love that one. It was my very first tattoo, and it's like kind of one of my life sayings, to be honest. Do you think you'll ever act? Yes, I actually do, and I want to act. Okay. This is a question that I didn't know if I was going to answer. It took a lot of like thought in discussing with my team and all that. With as much that has been put out and as much as you guys have been asking and as much as going on, what was yours and Jake's meetup about in San Diego? There's a lot of speculation going on here. A lot has been said. I think he even posted something about it at one point, saying like exes can be friends. There is a lot of things that go on social media behind closed doors that you guys don't see and don't know about. For me, part of healing and moving on and growing from a situation in your past that might haunt you or might upset you still is forgiveness. And I've gone through this quite a few times with quite a few people. In order for me to fully heal and let go of something, forgiveness is part of it. Because if you hold on to something toxic and you hold on to something that like actually really bothered you at one point in time, and you can never be the bigger person and just let it go and like live, you really never move on. You really never heal. You really never become a stronger person. I'm just speaking general because I know everyone loves to twist words especially when it comes to these situations. It's healing and moving on. And if I'm able to do that for myself, and if that's something I'm comfortable with doing, I don't really care what other people have to say about it. I think more people should forgive situations that have either hurt them or haunt them, because in the long run, you really do become a stronger person, you really do learn from it, and you really can move on. I know there's been a couple situations where people have seen us together, or the San Diego photo came out, whatever. For me, it's just a part of growing up and healing and becoming a stronger person. And I have seen a lot of people say a lot of different things. You can say what you want, but at the end of the day, this is my life, these are my feelings. I'm gonna do what I have to do for myself to become the best possible version of myself. I've forgiven some really awful people. I have forgiven, you guys don't even know, like I said, what goes on outside of social media. And every single time I do that, it takes me a minute, but I become a stronger, happier, better person. Okay, so there was a ton of questions. I think I summed up the majority of them. And yeah, guys, that is my update. If you guys like these videos, you sit down, like I lit my candle, we're talking in my living room kind of video, comment down below and I will happily do more of them. I'm sorry if you feel like I was neglecting you. I wasn't. I've just really been working hard to get everything done in 2019 for 2020 so we don't have to delay it anymore. Again, we shot the campaign for this product coming out sometime this month. I'm not gonna tell you when today, that I'm so thrilled about. And I think that is it. I think that's it. If you have not seen my Spotify Erika Costell music playlist, here it is. Make sure you're checking that out. There is still a 50% off sale on ericacostell.com using the code GOAT. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Oh my God, the day's over.